Welcome everyone to an episode of TLR Giant Versus. This is a mini-series where I take two of the giants on the Triton Lego Railway and we compare and contrast them. We see which of the two is better, which one is superior, but this is mainly focused on two giants that have a lot of similarities and some links between the two. This episode looks at Greyhound versus Emerald Champion. The first two giants on my railway going head to head at long last, and they're doing it properly. So of these two giants, Emerald Champion was of course built first. It was the very first giant on my railway, and I had it for a very long time. Over 7 years I have had this model. So the Emerald Champion is interesting for many reasons. It is a massive version of Lego's own Emerald Knight. Back then, when I first turned it into a challenger with the two tenders, nobody else had tried to make anything like that before. Well, people have, but when you use a Lego official set, it's very interesting to see how big it can be developed. Emerald Champion is a train that has had so many changes and modifications. It's gone through over a dozen different looks, and you'll hear me say this in a lot of videos. I love that train, but I hate it as well, because I want this to be the best train ever, and in its own way it is, and it's still a fan favourite across many of my subscribers. But there's still so many things I want to get right, and it's still a big problem. If I were to go back and change it right now, what could I change? There are things I'm going to find and think, I can definitely replace that with another brick. But yeah, Emerald Champion is so unique. You cannot touch it, plain and simple. But the Greyhound was built. Every time I say the Greyhound's name, I always think back to that video where I teased it for the very first time. The Emerald Champion is in a siding, and the Greyhound just races past it. That was my way of saying, yep, I'm building another multiplex locomotive, and it was brilliant. The Greyhound is the second giant to be built on my railway, and it too has a history, of course, but it has a forgotten history. When it was built, it was not good. So eventually I kind of took it apart and kind of built it up again, and version 2.0 was really cool. I really did enjoy it. But shortly after that I took it apart because I thought, it's not going anywhere. I want this train to be the new Emerald Champion, but I just can't do it. If I have all these good bricks and I divide them in two, I'm only getting two decent trains. I'm not getting two bang on trains. If I put all those parts together and make one good one, I'll get the results I want. So for a long time it did not exist on my railway, then a few times it came back, and it is now still on my railway, and it's still a thing. It has a much more appropriate look. When you say Greyhound, you don't really think yellow or other brighter colours. It's now using light and dark grey as well as some black elements, and it truly is a special train. So of these two locomotives, which one is better? I really have to pick. Oh god. So the similarities include their rich history and their title as being the face of the railway. 3 engines on my railway can claim that: Emerald Champion, Greyhound, and Big Red. It goes back and forth every so often, but Emerald Champion has always kind of been that little bit above everyone else, simply because I've had it for so long and so many more people recognise that to my other giants. But I'm forced to say, I can't pick a winner. I just can't do it. To most people it should be obvious. Well, yeah, Emerald Champion, obviously. But the Greyhound was designed to be the successor to the Emerald Champion. For so long as the Greyhound is still on this railway, it is living up to that title. If there is ever a day where I think to myself, right, Emerald Champion is going to be scrapped for something else, then the Greyhound is victorious and becomes the new face of the railway. It is... I shouldn't really be saying that, but I have to. I can't not say this. It's a bit weird for me to say it, but I know some people will understand. So that is it for this episode of TLR Giant Versus. Of these two locomotives, which one did you prefer? Thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.